Hey everyone, we're starting off this video tutorial today at my blog, and the reason for this is because that's where you're going to download the file for the sticky notes that we're going to make templates in NoteTaker HD. And let's just scroll down to that file. This is the sticky note download, and here's an image of some of the sticky notes that are in that file. And I've also put here a link to SugarSync download. SugarSync is cloud storage, and I use it so that I can share files on my blog with you. And some of those files are really big, and this is a great place for me to keep it to where the downloads are accessible. But another thing that I use SugarSync for is to sync up my files with all my devices, and that would include desktop, laptop, iPad, iPhone, Android phone. It has many platforms that you can use it with. The reason that I've put the download here on my blog page is that if you use this link to download SugarSync, then you will get, in addition to the 5 free gigs that they give you when you sign up, they will also give you an additional 500 megs, and they'll give me an additional 500 megabytes. So if you think that you're going to try to use SugarSync, use this link because we both benefit from it. And you're also going to see one of the ways that I use SugarSync in this video, because that's how we're going to get our sticky notes into NoteTaker HD. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do, like I said, you're going to start off here on my blog page, and that address is digitallyspeakingdesigns.blogspot.com. And you're going to click on the download for the stickies, and of course if you're going to try SugarSync, you want to click that and get that all set up before you download the stickies. Okay, so click on the download link for the stickies, and I save everything to my desktop. Later on I either delete it or put it away, file it away, but I always start off on my desktop. That way there's not a lot of clicking to navigate to it. I just go to my desktop and it's there and saved for me. So there it is. You just double click on it, and then just click on the file that's inside the zip folder and drag it to your desktop. Now here's where SugarSync is going to come in. I'm going to open my SugarSync file manager, and you may or may not want to do this. You can just really click and drag this sticky note folder into the Magic Briefcase, and that's one of my favorite things about SugarSync is this feature called Magic Briefcase. Anything I put in Magic Briefcase from any of my devices automatically syncs up with all my laptops and my iPad, my iPhone, and my Android phone. So I hope that you'll try this SugarSync out, because I really like it a lot, and I love that every time I get somebody to try it, I get free storage. So so far I've built up, above and beyond my 5 gigs, I've got almost an extra 3 gigabytes from just from referrals. And you can do that too. Once you sign up, you can refer people that you know, and you can earn free space too. And then they've got some really reasonable packages that you can pay for. I think you could get a 30 gig free package, or a 30 gigabyte package for $3 or $4 a month, which is very, very reasonable. Okay, enough of the commercial. Let's go back to our tutorial. Okay, so here we are in Magic Briefcase. I created a folder called NoteTaker because I'm constantly putting stuff in this folder that I want to open in NoteTaker. So to do that, you'll just right-click on the briefcase, click New Folder, and then name that folder. And I named it NoteTaker HD. So when you click on that folder or highlight that folder, you can just click and drag as many files in there as you want, and then you can, it's just easier to navigate to it from your devices because you've named it NoteTaker. Now I've already clicked and dragged the stickies into that folder, but that's basically all you'll do is just click and drag it right into the briefcase. Okay, now once you've done that, you go to your iPad or iPhone or Android or your other computer, but we're going to set up templates on the iPad in NoteTaker HD. So in order to show you how to do that, what I've done is I've created a slideshow so that I could take you step by step, and I've just done screenshots of my iPad through each step. And that's just a little bit nicer than recording my screen. Recording the screen sometimes it just doesn't come out real clear. I like how this looks better. Okay, so here we are at my iPad desktop, and I'm going to navigate to the folder that has my SugarSync in it. I'm going to click SugarSync and then click the Magic Briefcase, and here's those folders that we were looking at on my desktop, and here they are now. We're looking at them on my iPad, and here's that folder that I created called NoteTaker HD, and in that folder are the stickies that I've put in there, and here are all the sticky PDFs. Now unfortunately you can only bring them into NoteTaker one at a time. So, but once they're in there and you set them up as templates, it's done. It's all set. You don't have to do it again. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll click on the first PDF, and it opens, and then when you click this arrow right here in the upper right hand corner, it pulls down a menu to open in, and I mostly open things in NoteTaker, so it gives me that option first. Now, if you have another app that you use on your iPad that allows you to import PDFs and annotate on PDFs, you can certainly use these sticky notes in that app as well. But of course, as everybody knows, NoteTaker HD is my favorite iPad app of all time. So that's what we're going to use to open up the sticky notes. The next screen you'll see is this one, and you're just going to click Create Page, and it opens up that sticky note in NoteTaker right here. I like to rename my files when I bring them in. So if you just click right up here in this bar right here, it pulls down a menu to rename it. So if you click on the X, you can type and rename. You'll click Done and then Done again, and now you have added your sticky note. Now in order to use this sticky note over and over again, you want to make it a template. So, and when it's a template, then you just click this plus right here, and it pulls down a menu, and you scroll down to the template that you want to use. And of course I have many templates in NoteTaker HD. I do a lot of experimenting too. I've got a lot of notes in here. Of course your notes, you don't make them into templates. But the purpose of having a template or creating a template is so that you can use that note over and over and over again. So in order to make this a template, you're going to come down here at the bottom, and you're going to click this icon called Tools, and then click Template Pages, then click select pages, and then you will just highlight the sticky note or check the box on the sticky note, and now it's a template complete with what the name that you've given it and everything. So now anytime you want to create a sticky note on this pink sticky, you'll just click this plus sign and scroll down to your pink sticky, and that will open up your sticky note. Okay, just to recap real quick, we'll go back to SugarSync. So by clicking your home button twice on the iPad, that will open up this bottom menu here, and just click SugarSync, and here we are back in that folder with all this list of sticky notes, and we're going to click on the second one. Again, right here, the arrow, we're going to open in NoteTaker HD, create page, and rename the page. Click done and done again, and then you will go on to the same steps that we did with the neon pink sticky note, which would be click tools, template pages, select pages, and then you will check that box on the yellow sticky this time. And that's pretty much it. And once you get all these sticky notes created as templates inside your NoteTaker HD, then anytime you want to make a quick note, you just click on this plus sign right here, scroll to the color sticky that you want, and what's neat about that is when any notes that you create in NoteTaker HD, as I have said before in previous videos, is you can send these notes to Evernote and file them in your notebooks, whatever. If you have your Evernote set up with notebooks for a notebook for each class, or my NoteTaker HD is set up with notebooks for each client, and if a client calls me and makes a quick change on something, right away I jot down a sticky note for it, and then I send it to Evernote and I put it in their folder. That way it's there and waiting for me when I go to their folder. If they call me, if they have any questions, I can just go to that notebook in Evernote, and all my notes are there. So Evernote and NoteTaker HD work hand in hand beautifully together, I think. And now, as I've come to find out, because I've just started using SugarSync, and as I've come to find out that SugarSync and NoteTaker HD works wonderfully and seamlessly hand in hand also. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions or comments, please post. And also subscribe to my blog. That way whenever there is new content available, you will be notified through an email or in your reader, just depending on however you subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.